What's going on, everybody? Tom here, the Iron Beast. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're getting into another episode of the Sandman. It's episode 6, The Sound of Her Wings. Feeling a bit rudderless, Morpheus shadows his hard-working big sister, who offers him advice and encourages him to reconnect with an old acquaintance. Okay, so it's at that point where it's, everything's a bit of a guess, a mystery, and a puzzle, which is really, really cool. I like a show that sort of doesn't make everything too obvious. So yeah, we saw his younger sibling there following him just at the end of the last episode. We saw that he's got, obviously we knew he's got compassion, but we saw him exercise compassion to John. Absolutely awesome the way John crushed the ruby, thinking he had destroyed everything that the Sandman was. All the power went straight back to the Sandman, and then he was gigantic and awesome and all that kind of stuff, so it was really cool. But he had the compassion to let John sleep. I guess he put him in eternal sleep or something like that. Probably give him happier dreams or something. So that's John taken care of. Morpheus has all his gear back now, and he's starting to rebuild. So looking forward to seeing the rebuild and seeing what the story is with his hardworking big sister and all that kind of stuff and who the acquaintance might be. So let's get into it, guys. See what it's all about. The Sound of Her Wings. Is he taking some R&R? What's going on?
Heads up!
Nice catch, though. Thank you.
He just kicked the ball at the endless.
Come on, Franklin. What are you waiting for?
What are you doing?
I'm feeding the pigeons.
Yeah, it's a bit obvious.
You do that too much, you know what you get? Fat pigeons.
She's cool.
That's from Mary Poppins. Do you ever see it?
No.
I can tell something's wrong. I mean, look at you. It's not like you.
Perhaps it isn't.
Okay, she knows
I know
him.
what's wrong, but when they captured me, I just had one thought. Vengeance. My tools long since stolen and scattered. And so I embarked upon a journey. I'm now more powerful than I have been in eons. And yet,
Feels empty, huh?
I'd had a true
Yeah, he had purpose.
purpose beyond
Yeah.
function, and then suddenly it was over. I felt disappointed,
He's feeling empty again. But he's got a pretty huge function.
empty.
King of Dreams, Lord of Dreams.
Does that make sense?
You could have called me, you know.
I didn't want to worry you.
Feeling sorry for yourself because your little game is over. Go out and find a new one.
They're allowed to do that?
As bad as desire. Did it never occur to you that I would be worried about you?
Well, I didn't.
Heads up! You're as good as your friend.
He's my brother.
I'm just feeding the birds.
I can't stay here all day. I've got work to do.
I'll come with you, I suppose.
Oh, he's really down.
Favors.
Okay, she's the cool big sister and the hardworking one. I didn't guess that they'd go straight into it so quickly.
Could I maybe see you again?
Sure, Franklin. Soon.
Okay.
Oh no, is she Death?
Yeah, let me just get your number.
She's Death.
Wait, how did you know my...
Ah, is she Death? Is she the one that was supposed to be captured?
You're not.
That would be a twist if she was actually Death.
Yum.
Okay, 2, please.
I'm not hungry.
Will you just have it later?
She's pretty cool. She's very easygoing.
Thanks.
It's a gift.
Thank you.
Right, so she's having fun going along doing her thing.
You are good with them.
Bye.
No, thank you.
Have you seen any of the others?
Lucifer.
We did have one family dinner when you were away. The twins were in high spirits. Desire was, anyway.
Any word of the prodigal?
Still missing. How are you, sis? I'm well, Dream. Thanks for asking.
She's the coolest sibling.
How
She doesn't act like an endless at all.
have you been keeping?
That's a cool take. Someone that actually enjoys their role
Can you hear it?
and walking around amongst humans.
I haven't heard it in 200 years.
Oh. It's his turn.
Don't stop.
Oh, forgive me, I am Harry.
I know who you are, Harry.
She's so sweet.
Do you know who I am?
Not yet, please.
It's time.
Can I just... Shema Yisrael.
They're saying an end prayer or something.
The
Lord is our God, Lord is one. She's so sweet to everybody.
My old man always said it would guarantee you a place in heaven.
Is he looking at himself?
So old. Now what?
Now's when you find out, Harry.
Such heartfelt scenes.
You ready?
Yeah, she's so pleasant and full of life despite her job or her function. Wow. It's really quite a nice contrast.
When I was captured, it wasn't me they were looking for. It was you.
I know.
Why didn't you come and help him?
Come on. I don't want to miss the next one.
So she knew they were after her.
I'm sorry. Where are you? Oh no. I need to talk to my wife. Like, 1 second.
Sam. I'm so sorry, Sam.
But we're on a honeymoon.
Sam! Come on now.
Wow.
Sam!
Holy crap, the way that these scenes are written are
Do it.
so heartfelt.
Do what?
This.
When the first living thing existed, I was there. When the last living thing dies, I'll lock the universe behind me when I leave. And I'm not there for all of them. There are exceptions. Mad Hetty, and then there's your ongoing project. How's he bearing up after all this time?
Hob Gadling. I don't know. I was forced to miss our last appointment.
I actually used to think I had the hardest job in all our family. They fear the sunless lands, yet they enter your realm every night without fear.
And yet I am far more terrible than you.
Cool relationship.
That's
Nice to
fine.
see some good siblings. What would you do if you're endless, you don't have a role? What would you do? Go play around on Earth for like 1,000 years.
I learned that all they really need is a kind word and a friendly face, like they had
Right.
at the beginning.
Up their transition.
Are you hungry?
It's not the baby, is it?
I'm afraid so.
So there is
Wow.
one. We can go.
Wow, what a tough job. I love her outlook on it though.
Why do they fear the sunless lands? It is as natural to die as it is to be born.
Yeah, she sees herself more like a guide to sort of ease their transition. That's nice.
Most of us will be glad for the company of a friend.
Yeah, that's true.
I used to think I had to do this all by myself.
And she does it with each and every person.
At the end, I'm there with them. The only reason we even exist. We're here to serve them. Our purpose is our function.
No wonder she's so sweet about it. What a nice way to look at it.
I've seen so many cool people and worlds.
I think I'm really very lucky.
You've taught me something I had forgotten.
That's what family's about, little brother.
To me, man! Over here!
One last appointment, then I have to go.
Oh yeah, the guy.
You were late for an appointment.
Tell him I said hello.
That car came like this close to hitting me.
This close, huh?
See you, Dream.
Awesome relationship between them.
What are you waiting for? Maybe it would be good for you to see them on their terms.
I've seen death. I lost half my village to the Black Death. I fought under Buckingham in Burgundy. It's not like I don't know what death is. I've made up my mind.
All right.
I'm not going to die.
That's cool.
Death comes for every man.
There's so many things to see.
Why would any sensible creature crave an eternity of this?
I could grant him his wish.
That,
So she can do that.
begging for death within a century, I assure you.
Very well, little brother.
All right, how's this going to go?
Very well.
Not the thought back into...
Did I hear you say you have no intention of ever dying? Then you must tell me what it's like. Let us meet here again, Robert Gadling, in 100 years.
And I pop over. I will see you in the year of our Lord 1489.
Wicked. You must meet him every 100 years.
Having a clue. I'll ask him in 100 years' time.
Wow. He's one lucky bugger, isn't he?
How did you know that I'd still be here? Have I made a bargain with the devil?
No.
Why are you here?
I'm here because I'm interested in your experience. You live your life as you choose, then on this day, every 100 years, we will meet.
Because you want to know what it's like.
Awesome.
It's fucking brilliant. It's all changing.
In what way?
Yeah, civilization.
And now we have these little cloth pieces for your nose. In the old days, we just used our sleeves.
But what have you been doing for the last 100 years?
Soldiering, mainly, a little banditry. I've started in a new trade. It's called printing. Don't need to be a guild member, not yet. It beats the hell out of rotting to maggots in the ground, eh?
So you still want to live?
See you in 100 years.
100 years then.
Oh, yes.
Awesome.
You never told me who you are. Got in a couple of bottles of good wine for us.
He's wealthy now.
It's Sir Hob Gadling now, old stranger.
You've had good fortune, I take it.
He's made good with his 100 years.
Very true. I was working with Billy Caxton. Made some gold from that. Put it to work in Henry Tudor's shipyards.
Wicked.
Then I went north for a year or so. Came back as my son. Done that twice now. And a healthy gift of gold to the crown saw to a knighthood.
Awesome.
That's not all. Here. My fair Eleanor. My first son born in over 200 years on this earth that I know of. This is what I always dreamed heaven would be like. Life is so rich.
If only I could write like you. To God, he loves thee not. Will, sit down. I would give anything to have your gifts.
His name's Will Shackford.
Is he good?
No, it's crap. That chap next to him, he's a good playwright. I've saved the best bit for last. The Queen herself slept at my house this summer.
At least he's making the most of his experiences and being good.
You Will Shackford.
Have we met?
We have, but men forget in waking hours. Would you write great plays? Is that your will?
It is.
Then let us talk.
Wicked.
Bring on the lamb.
He's got everything.
Everything to want. And nowhere to go but up.
You'd not be so free in assigning plagues, fires, floods.
With the rest of the filth!
Here's my guest.
What happened?
Do you know how hungry a man can get if he doesn't die but he doesn't eat? I lost it all. My Eleanor. The baby too.
Oh, that's
My
sad.
boy, Robin, died in a tavern brawl when he was 20. I didn't go out much after that. They tried to drown me as a witch. I lived there 40 years, overconfident. I've hated every second of the last 80 years.
So do you still wish to live?
Are you crazy? Death is a mug's game. I've got so much to live for.
I thought he was going to wish for death.
Fucking table.
Oh. Someone's cataloguing it.
I'm in the shipping business. There's a new system where they take English cotton goods to Africa, get a cargo of Negroes, same ship takes them across the Atlantic.
It's a poor thing for one man to enslave another.
It is.
I suggest you find yourself a different line of business, Hob Gadling.
Advice. What happened to live your life as you choose?
Would you take that choice away from others?
That's a good way to put it.
I will consider your advice.
400 years.
I saw a production of King Lear yesterday. Will Shakespeare.
Shakespeare,
Turned
right.
out to be a half-decent playwright after all. You made some kind of deal with him, didn't you? 400 years now I've been meeting you here, and there is so much I still don't know. What's your name?
I might ask both of you that same question. These are Michael and Tobias. Smugglers.
She's the original Constantine.
They're only too glad to augment their earnings by slitting throats if you move. They tell of a tale that the devil and the wandering Jew meet once every century. You return to this pub every 100 years, sharing gifts, immortality.
Right, she wants it.
Which will now share with me. I'm Lady Joanna Constantine.
Yeah.
You will both follow me, sir, as my coach is without.
Interesting.
No, I think not.
Get up.
400 years of knowing how to fight, yeah. It'd be good. Oh, here we go.
What did you do to her?
She has old ghosts that I have shown to her.
You need not have come to my defense.
Still, I didn't want to be drinking alone here in 100 years' time.
She may have told others about our meeting.
I can't die, remember?
Aye, but you can be hurt.
He's got some compassion.
100 years then.
That's so cool.
Sorry about lushing Lou. No idea what her real name is.
Louise Baldwin. Her father was in the British Army. Her cousin raped, impregnated, and deserted her when she was just a child.
How do you know all that? You knew Lady Joanna. You know everyone.
Saw her again, you know. She undertook a task for me and succeeded admirably, I might add.
That might be the only thing I've learned after 500 years.
I think perhaps you've changed.
I think I know why we still meet here century after century. Friendship.
Nice. Okay.
I think you're lonely.
It'll piss him off. Oh,
You dare suggest one such as I might need your companionship.
wow. It's a bit dark. Uh-oh.
Then I shall take my leave of you and prove you wrong.
Ooh. He doesn't like being called on.
I'll be here in 100 years' time. If you're here then too, it'll be because we're friends. Fuck.
He's worried the deal's going to be over. Just living forever, that's awesome. What a gift. Waiting for his friend. Of course, Dream's the only friend he's got as well at last.
I've got a friend, Grant. Old enough to be your father.
I'm older than I look. I think I've been stood up.
Quite sad. It's one friend throughout time.
Maybe in another 100 years.
You'll have to have found a new pub by then. This place has been sold.
He's a nice guy. I like that he stayed good all these years. Ah, of course, he was captured. That's why he didn't come. Nice.
You're late.
It seems I owe you an apology. I've always had it impolite to keep one's friends waiting.
Awesome.
Attend, sweet sibling. Stand in my gallery and I hold your sigil. My brother has found a way out of his cage. My plan has failed.
Plan? Holy shit.
Don't worry, I have a new one.
Wicked. So that was a really awesome episode. Quite heartfelt. I found it that way. I mean, you had all the cool stuff of watching this guy go through time and what he did with it. And apart from when things got dark for him, he lost his whole family and then stayed too long in one place and got found out, got suspected of being a witch, all that kind of stuff, lost everything. But apart from that, it seemed like he just maintained being a good person, just trying to do, good things. And even when Dream told him about stop doing the slave shipping, he considered it and he just came back to being a good person. And I love that relationship between them, especially the fact that although he had become immortal, there's a big difference between the endless and just the human who's immortal. And having that sort of fine line between their friendship where the minute he called Morpheus out about friendship, straight away you could see that divide between the two. The fact that Morpheus sees himself still as endless, you know what I mean, compared to a human. But it was really cool at the end to see that he does consider him a friend. So that was really, really nice watching that relationship happen. And quite, I thought that was quite a heartfelt sort of scene there where the guy shows up and Dream wasn't there, you know what I mean? And he was quite sad about it. And the other cool thing was to see the take on death. Interesting that she knew that she was the target, even though Morpheus was captured. And I wonder why she didn't just come to his aid then. Yeah, that's strange. I guess we'll find out. But I loved her outlook on things, the way that she viewed her role of servitude to humanity. In that dark time when someone's transitioning or whatever happens, she was the person that was there, the friendly face to help guide them. Her optimism and her enthusiasm and her compassion toward people was really, really nice. She played that part really, really well. I loved seeing that little hint of interaction with Constantine, the original Constantine, and how that tied in. But it interests me so far, after all these hundreds of years, he still doesn't obviously know who Dream is and what Dream's function is. So I wonder if we get to see any more of that relationship in this season anyway, because it's a really cool relationship. But yeah, this was an awesome episode. Really loved it. But anyway, that's going to be it for me on this video. So please feel free to put your comments down below. Please give this a thumbs up for me. Support the channel. Helps everything grow and helps me make more of this cool content. I'm out, so I'll catch you on the next one.